the time that I came into this world, which was just before the independence of this country, which means that I'm an independence baby. I am amongst those independence babies, right? We are those children who were in our mother's wombs when this country was about to become free. That was us. And I'm talking about to become free. We were crossing a very important threshold at that particular time when we were in our mother's wombs. And I'm saying because of that, I know for a fact that amongst us, there are those who are endowed with a particular energy, a particular drive, and a particular purpose as far as this country is concerned. As those independence babies, it's like we are the heralds of what became a new time period within the history of this region. We heralded the coming of that independence. There was something installed within us to come along to cement that freedom. So as those independence babies, as those heralds for that time that was to come, something was placed in us. A message for the people. That's what I believe. At least from where I am. I feel that I understand that and that I can see that. And because I can see that, it is my duty to always put myself forward and to never be afraid to say what is on my mind, which is exactly what I'm doing now. A lot of us have fled this country for economic reasons. Things got tough. People felt they had no choice. So they had to leave. I had to leave. I had to leave Zimbabwe. It's not like I wanted to experience something different, to be honest. I wouldn't have left. But, I wanted to experience life. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see what was out there. And I took the chance and I ran with it. So I understand why, a lot of our people had to leave this country. It's understandable when you look at the history. But it doesn't negate the fact that we have a duty. We have a purpose here. If we are to say, let's walk our true purpose, we'd have to think of this country and say to ourselves, there's a reason why we were born here. And that's the kind of thinking that I hold. I don't think things just happen. I believe that there's a grander plan, and we are part of that grander plan when we choose to consider ourselves as a part of it. Some choose to ignore and they say, "I know, I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just going with the flow, whatever." Some of us are like that. I'm not one of those. I'm definitely not one of those, which is partly part of the reason why I made this channel, right? It makes sense. I mean, look at the content. Just look at what it is that I talk about, really. Look at it. When people talk about news, I would dare say that what I put out there, that's the true news. Why is it the real news? Because it's new. It's not anything that you can honestly say, I've heard that over there before. No, you didn't hear it. I said it. Right? That's why it's new. We talk about the next level. I mean, okay, look at it this way. We had powerful intellectuals like Davanini Stole. We had Herbert Chitepo. Those guys were sharp. And I believe that the tradition, that type of sharpness that they held, that they had, I believe it has to have been passed on to another generation, right? I would dare say that those House of Hunger, that is the next level of what those guys had in mind for this country. Those guys came, they had nothing. Absolutely nothing when they started out. We're starting out from scratch, you know. No hundreds of thousands of followers, no nothing, just from scratch. We're not looking for money from billionaires or millionaires, or we don't need nobody's money, just the voice, just our voices. That's all we have. That's all we have. And we come with news. We come with news because we are talking about the psycho-spiritual condition of our people. What's more important than that? We are talking about the soul of our people, where we're at right now. That's what we're talking about. What can be more important than your spiritual condition, than the condition of your mind, the condition of your soul as a people? What can be more important than that? You can listen to all the news that you want in the world. You could do that. It's okay, no problem. But when it comes to the true condition of your soul and your spirit and your psychology, all of those things, if you are able to discuss that, to talk about that, that's what matters. And that's what we talk about here, House of Hunger. If it wasn't that our people's mind has been distorted, our people's perception has been distorted, not only by propaganda coming from the powers that be, but also by propaganda from those that oppose the powers that be, and also propaganda from independent media houses that are just out there to spread trash, right? So our people's minds are messed up. People have become narcissistic, which means that when we come with the message that God encoded in us upon our coming into this world, when this country became independent, so that we carry forward the message that He gave us for our people, they're not going to listen to it because they're full of trash in their minds that has been thrown into their minds by the powers that be and by those who purport to oppose the powers that be. They're not going to listen. What I'm going to say is, how can it make sense? It's not going to make sense. It's going to sound like gibberish in a mind that has already been messed up. It's going to sound like gibberish. I'm not going to make sense. The narcissism, because everybody thinks they know everything. So we come with the experience, and then we have the technology that's going to allow us to move our people forward. It's right there. But it's a double-edged sword, because now our people think they know everything. Like, I don't have to listen to nobody because I can just go punch my shit on my AI. My AI is going to tell me everything. It's going to tell me if this person is lying. It's going to tell me. I'm just going to go and say, AI, this guy said this, so let me just check on AI. And the AI will just, AI hallucinates, man. If you know anything, if you truly understand artificial intelligence, it can hallucinate. It'll tell you things that this never, and then you have to correct it, because we are teaching this animal. We are teaching this thing. Right? But because some don't have, that understanding, they don't have the wisdom to even understand that, AI has got its limitations, man. We are teaching it. It's got heavy limitations. They think, because there's AI, I need to listen to nobody. Forget that person's experience. They don't care about experience anymore. It doesn't mean anything to them, right? So the narcissism now that has engulfed the nations, and our people included, that's causing a rift between us as those independence babies with them. Not every independence baby had a message, but there are those amongst us who actually do have a message. Like the message that you could get over here, it'll continue for as long as it needs to. But I'm not saying I'm the only one. I know there's more of us. I know that. And others who came after. I'm not saying that, this is where it ends, this is where it begins and ends. There's others as well. But I'm just talking about where I'm coming from. So the whole point of, this particular session today is really just to point to the fact that there are some amongst us who are in a really great position to benefit our people. because we've been through a nation, we've been through times when our nation was a decent nation, when our people were decent people. Zimbabweans used to be very decent people. But we've also seen the other side of that. You may not like me saying that, but it's not about what you like, it's about what is real. Because right now, for those who are in the distorted reality, to be honest, you actually need so much assistance. And it's okay, man. Don't never be ashamed. It's okay. We all need some type of assistance, and we're here to assist each other. So we some of us have seen the good side. We've seen it, man. And it's hard to explain to someone who all they know is the terrible hospitals and the potholes and all these things that they get through the news. That's all they know. That's the reality they know. And some of it, of course, they see it as soon as you step out the house. Boom, dust everywhere. You're wearing your nice white T-shirt, nice sneakers. Boom, now they're brown. It's little inconveniences like that. But there once was a time where those things were alien. They were alien. But now it's just everywhere now. Yeah. So House of Hunger is a true channel for the people. It really is. And for those who've been watching this channel from the beginning, I would say, man, you really should share this channel with other people, man. Don't be selfish. Don't listen to a video or watch a video and not share. Like, what are you doing? These are heavy times. And so you should share this heavy stuff. I know you might think, oh, but people just want to have a good time. No, this is no time for fun, man. Do you think I don't want to have fun? I want to have fun. I want to kick it too. I do. But hey, man, these are serious times. And besides, there's a time for fun. We got times where we have fun, but there's also times to be serious. Times where we have to be serious. So I'm just saying, man, for those that have been watching this channel, share this channel, man. Put it out there. You might think there's cooler stuff out there, but I'll be honest with you, man. We create this cool stuff. It's really coming from the independence babies, in my opinion. We invented cool for this country. Whatever else came after us, we had experienced all of that before. You might think, oh, you started this shit. The little new generations. Now, respect to them. Love and respect to the new generations, to millennials and Gen Z, all that stuff, all respect to you. But the truth is, this thing didn't start with you. That's just a fact. Sorry to tell you that, but it didn't, honestly. So, share this stuff, man. Let the younger people, see where they're coming from and have an idea of who they are, man. Not for them to be told through government propaganda who Mbuyane was or who Murenga was or Chimurenga, what. We are the ones who are telling you what that stuff is. Don't wait for the government to tell you that. Don't wait, because they're just going to twist that stuff up to support their own shit. The truth is like an oasis in the desert. So hard to find. When you're out there in the desert, man, you're going to find an oasis. That's it. You're not going to find another one for hundreds of miles. So you have to appreciate the truth. And you have to understand that the truth is not everywhere. It wouldn't be the truth. The truth is a rare commodity. And House of Hunger is rare. It's rare and obscure. But we can bring it forward. We can give it to the people now. We don't need to be selfish with the knowledge. Let's put it out there. I know it's always nice to know shit. To just be the one that's knowing shit. But we want the reality of our people to change, and that reality changes as the quality of our people's minds change as well. That's how their overall reality changes. It doesn't change based on laws. Laws are important, very important. The law plays its part, but the lawmakers are coming from communities, right? And once we improve the mentality of the communities, then we're going to start to have better laws, right? So you see what I'm saying? So we have to improve the minds of our people. That's all it is, man. I don't want to take too much time. For those that have taken time to watch this video, I truly appreciate your time, and I know your time is valuable, and I know there's so many other things that you could have been doing, but you sat with us and you took time to watch this video. I truly appreciate that. I wish you a wonderful week, and take care of yourself, take care of your families. Until next time, peace.